Hey everybody, Tim and Miranda here for a brand new series, The Boys. So I had recently, not recently, it was months ago, I'd recently done a poll of what shows I should do. And the top two, winners, I guess, were for, all three people that participated.
I was one of them because I actually told him before he did this poll to watch The Boys, but...
There you go. Was The Umbrella Academy and The Boys. The Umbrella Academy only won, technically I think The Boys did win, but I vetoed and did The Umbrella Academy first, only because The Umbrella Academy Season 2 came out before The Boys Season 2. So I was able to get through all of that, and now The Boys Season 2 comes out in just a couple weeks. So
I think we said it was September...
9th?
Oh, yeah, you said 9th. I said 20th.
Yeah, I think it's the 9th. So now I finished The Umbrella Academy, Season 1, Season 2, read the book, got the t-shirt, now we're moving on to The Boys.
You bought a t-shirt and you didn't get me one?
I didn't, actually. That's just a phrase.
Oh.
Anyway. So The Boys, Season 1, Episode 1, the name of the game, which I can't say without thinking of ABBA. What's the name of the game?
ABBA?
ABBA? That's what I said.
You said ABBA.
Whatever.
We're really good tonight.
That's what I was when you drink. Anyways, you've already seen the entire season.
Yeah, I have.
So you're the oracle, I don't want to ask you too much.
And this bitch over here, number one, anytime I've asked him about any sort of episode whatsoever, he always yells at me.
Just watch the show!
He always yells at me, just watch the show. So we're watching The Boys, and he's like, hey, does this happen? Does this happen? Does this person die? And I'm like, just watch the fucking show. It feels nice to say that, you guys. It really does.
That's what it's
After
like to be me.
listening to it over and over again, any series that we've watched together, same thing. Just watch the show.
Okay, you know what? You haven't seen Stand By Me, so shut up. I don't know. I had fun.
I feel like that's the only comeback you have now.
That's the only one I need.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so without spoilering, without anything, ignoring that you've seen episodes 2 through 8, just episode 1, can you remember what you thought just watching just the first episode?
Okay, just watching the first episode, I was like, what the hell am I watching? This show, just the way that it starts out, it's so fucked up. Good. That I'm just like, why did I start watching this? And a buddy of mine actually, suggested it, started rewatching it with me, and so now I'm doing the same thing with him. So,
yay.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, granted, so this is why I hate talking about stuff, because I've seen a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of movies. And then people are like, oh, you're a movie buff.
No.
I hate that term.
Yeah, no.
Because then you always get the person who's like, well, have you seen this? Well, have you seen this? Well, have you seen this? And I'm like, no, I haven't. And they're like, well, I guess you're not a movie buff.
I mean, you kind of do that to me, though.
Well, you're not, though.
No, not at all.
But, because I've seen a lot of movies and I know a lot of stupid trivia does not necessarily mean that. So,
yeah.
I've said before, I used to work at a comic book shop. I've read a lot of comics. I own a lot of graphic novels.
Yeah.
I have never read The Boys.
Which, actually, I just found out, when you had started watching it, that it was actually a graphic novel. I didn't actually know that until then, so. Yeah.
So, realistically, maybe if after I finish the Season 1, because at this point I've only seen the first episode, so after I finish Season 1, after I finish Season 1 of The Umbrella Academy, I went out and got the first book. Maybe after I finish the Season 1 of The Boys, I'll go out and buy the first series of The Boys. And we could watch that, or read that together.
Watch that.
Shut up. Overall, for me, I liked it. It's a lot of build-up, which, I mean, it's based off a graphic novel, so I guess that makes sense. But that's one of those things, when you start, a Batman show or something like that, you know the characters.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
All brand new characters, all brand new situations. And they have to establish, this is not your dad's superheroes.
Oh, yeah, no.
This is different. Not. So they have to start with a bang.
Yeah.
And it worked for me. I liked it.
I mean, they do put a lot, I feel like they do put a lot of information into these episodes in general. Just, actually, throughout the whole season, since I've seen the whole thing. But, no spoilers. But They do just put a lot into every single episode.
And I agree, and that just makes it quick.
Yeah.
So, like, the whole, like, the opening scene where we see, like, the kids arguing about superheroes.
Yeah.
Don't know who the fuck any of these people are. But then when we see the woman, who, again, at this point, don't know who her name is, but you can obviously tell, like, this is their interpretation of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible to get around that.
Yeah.
And this is, like, the Wonder Woman type character. Because there's a Wonder Woman type character, a Superman, an Aquaman.
Even just, like, her outfit and everything. Like, you're like, all right.
I think it's just those three. Superman is Outlander. Wonder Woman is the Queen. Queen Maeve. Aquaman's the Deep. And like, it's like, we get that. And so to see Queen Maeve, like, save the kids and like she gets hit by the truck, I was like, damn, they put some money into this.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Like I said, Outlander has the laser vision, the flag cape. And what's a little sad, like, I don't know very much about this show, but for somebody who is like heavy in social media, you can't get online without seeing, like, memes and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, Carl Urban being like, so you're the invisible cunt. I've seen that 1,000 times. No reference, no, like, don't know what he's actually talking about. I just know who Carl Urban is. And I was ahead of the curve, because I assumed he was talking to somebody who was invisible.
Yep.
But, like, okay, now it's the first episode.
It's like the very first
like,
episode.
it's not even deep in the series. Like, it's the first episode. Or like the other big popular meme is like how America sees themselves. And it's like the Superman from the Justice League.
Yeah.
And it's like how Superman or how America actually is. And it's the Outlander.
Oh, fuck.
And it's like, oh. Not wrong, but damn.
Yeah.
So we get that. We see Huey and Robin being all sorts of cutesy. And that just made it worse. Because I was like, oh, they're so cute. Boom!
He was actually on his phone during this episode.
I got a text, so I glanced at my phone.
I was like, no, Tim, hey, watch this. Like, without, like, trying to ruin it for him, to be like, hey, some shit's going down. And so he's, like, kind of looking at his phone, going like this, at the screen.
Boom!
And boom.
Slow motion,
he is dead.
Zack Snyder blood.
Got hit by a train.
The A-Train! Nice! Yes!
I
guess
he could be Flash, by the way.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's, and I think I wrote that, somewhere in there. But I was like, wow, okay. So, dark, really dark. He's like holding her hand still.
Which was...
Whew, it was, yeah. I was like, okay, it's dark. So we get that. We meet the new character of Starlight. I've brought this up in several videos because I've done like several TV shows and everything at this point. There's always the one character that you as the audience is supposed to relate to because you're seeing everything new for the first time. That's Starlight. Starlight's the one that you're supposed to relate to. You're supposed to suck the Deep's cock.
I mean, I'd be down for that, but
really?
cool.
No.
No. I wonder if it has gills.
God, I wish I edited these now.
Sorry, you guys.
They use the term super abled, which I was like, it's not bad.
Yeah, but it kind of...
Instead of superhero or super powered or something, it's super abled. I liked it. It's a term. Whatever. The biggest twist of all time.
No, it's not.
In any show ever made in the history of television is Simon Pegg with an American accent. And it's bitchin'. Like, it is
so excited.
It's really well done.
So excited.
Like, I'm a big Simon Pegg fan, but I don't know if I've ever heard him use an American accent. And it's really good. Like, it's really good. It is really well done. So I liked it. Which I like. Simon Pegg is in this and Carl Urban are in this, and they're both in Star Trek. So I'm down for it. A little reunion. Although they have no scenes together, so whatever. A-Train feeling bad for killing Robin. It made me laugh, because he doesn't.
No, not at all.
And then they offer $45,000 for her death. Less than what I make a year.
Basically just to shut Huey up.
Yeah. Which, again, like, $45,000 doesn't seem like that much. It doesn't
seem like a lot, actually.
Like, I know to some people that seems like a lot, but that's literally, like, a standard, like year salary.
Yeah.
Like the standard person makes 30 to 50,000 a year.
You would think for being superheroes.
For being a superhero that
they
just murdered
offer,
somebody by accident, it'd be like 100,000 a year.
Yeah, something.
Or like even just $1 million. Like, fuck it, here's $1 million.
Here's $1 million.
So, I don't know. Yeah. Again, a big twist for me was Elizabeth Shue showing up. Stillwell, I think was her name. Like, basically their, like, PR person.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of hers of all time. Like, before I was born, I was a fan of hers. I mean, she was in the Karate Kid movie. She was in Back to the Future 2 and 3. She was in Adventures in Babysitting, which is probably the first time I got a crush on her, was Adventures in Babysitting. I loved her. Even more modern, like the Hollow, which is like the Invisible Man movie with Kevin Bacon. She's a great actress. Absolutely love her. They're doing a Karate Kid TV show, Cobra Kai. Absolutely love that show. It's on season... They've done 2 seasons. Season 3's coming out. I still hope she shows up for that. Anyway, when she showed up, I freaked out. I paused it. I screamed. I called Jordan in the room. I was like, oh my god, it's Elizabeth Shue! So, it was great. You don't fuck with the babysitter! So I was like, that's great. Fuck, we already kind of talked about it, but the deep blackmailing Starlight for a blowjob. I was like, really? I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. Granted,
only because she said that she had a crush on him?
Yes, but it's one of those weird moments where, like... Granted, I've never been in that type of position of power before. But the fact that, like, he's a superhero, he's part of the 7, he could probably get his dick sucked by anybody he wanted because he's such a celebrity. But he's going to go out of his way to blackmail this particular person?
Yeah. Just
seemed odd to me. Like, I don't know, it didn't seem to fit. But it made him unlikable, and I'm assuming that's what they were going for.
Probably.
Like, again, for somebody who hasn't seen the rest of Season 1, who hasn't seen Season 2, I'm assuming they're purposely making him unlikable. Whatever. It's fucking Aquaman. Nobody likes him anyway. So we get that. Carl Urban, big fan. Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Thor Ragnarok. Xena, Warrior Princess. He's been in fucking everything. He's a great actor. Absolutely loved him. Billy the Butcher. Again, I liked him. It's a big twist.
Name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Translucent, is that his name?
Translucent.
The naked guy. He's just the naked guy in my notes. I have a 4K TV, and there was a huge dick on my screen.
I mean,
actually, it wasn't
a huge dick. Yeah, I was gonna say.
It actually wasn't. But whatever.
But it was really creepy.
I mean, dude, you were naked on screen for millions to see, so naked. You do you. So yeah, it was kind of impressive.
Yeah.
And then the greatest line ever is like, "Oh, so you're the invisible cunt."
Yep.
My favorite word. Loved it. And then presumably, so throughout this whole thing, we get Elizabeth Shue's character talking to... Fuck, I didn't write it down. I think it was like the governor of Baltimore or something.
Yeah.
Trying to negotiate black noir. And he's like, 3 million. No, 2 million.
Oh, no, that's no, it's the Nubian prince.
Oh, the Nubian prince. And finally, they agree to the price. But then, weird, the Outlander knocks down the plane, so nobody ever knows. So, boom, Outlander is not the good guy he presumes to be, or appears to be. A lot of shit goes down.
Appeared to be a good guy when...
No, I'd say in the opening scene. I was like, yeah, you're not bad.
He seemed like a douche.
From the opening scene,
yes,
really?
Oh. From the beginning.
Okay, I didn't get it. But... Okay. Closing thoughts for you? Things you liked for just the first episode? Things you liked, things you didn't like, things you wanted to see, things you looked forward to? Nope.
No.
So for me, for somebody who has not seen the rest of the series, I don't know, I'm presuming, I feel stupid making guesses, because you've already seen it, so I feel like you're just, nope, you're wrong!
I'm not gonna say anything.
I feel like Huey is going, stupid name. I feel like Huey is going to end up being like some super criminal. Like, I get like the Vanya vibe. Like he's just going to be like mellow, and then like the last episode he's gonna snap, and then guess what? I have superpowers and you're all dead. Type situation. I love Carl Urban's character. Out of the 7, we saw the Outlander. Okay, so we saw Superman, we saw Wonder Woman, we saw Aquaman, we saw the Flash, we saw Black Noir, Translucent,
and then Starlight.
And Starlight's the new 7.
Yeah.
So we don't know. I don't know what happened to the other character of the 7. Because they were already called the 7 before Starlight got there. So presumably there was already another character. So I don't know where that's going. But overall, I liked it. I mean, if I didn't like it, I'd watch this episode and be like, nope, fuck this. This show's dumb. I wouldn't be making this video. So, yep. So for those who have seen it, go ahead, let me know. Realistically, I'm going to binge this whole show before I even post this. So you want to drop spoilers, go for it. We still have a couple weeks before season 2, at which point I will be doing the 1 week an episode story. Otherwise, let me know what you guys think of this, and I will see you guys next time for Cherry.